My seatbelt is mounted securely, not cut, ripped, or frayed, and it latches properly and is adjusted for me. My brakes are set. My gear shift is in neutral. My brake pedal is depressed. I will now start the truck and release my brake. My ABS light works on the dash. My engine oil pressure and temperature gauges are in normal operating range. My voltmeter indicates my alternator is charging. My air pressure gauges work, and I will blow air pressure to approximately 120, 140 psi governor cutout to test them. I have a fully charged, rated, and securely mounted fire extinguisher besides my driver's seat. I have 3 bi-directional reflective triangles under my back seat. I have spare electrical fuses in the overhead box. My mirrors are clean and adjusted for me from the inside. My windshield is clean with no illegal stickers or obstructions. My glass is not damaged. My wiper arms and blades are secure, not damaged, operates smoothly. My windshield washer works properly. Turn on headlights. My left indicator works. My right indicator works. My 4-way emergency flashes work. And my high and low beam works. My heater and defrost works. My highway and city horn works. With my air pressure built up to 120, 140 psi governor cutout, I will now do my tractor parking brake check. Release trailer brake parking brake, push red valve in, leave yellow valve out, put in drive, gently tug forward and tractor with tractor parking brake on. Must accelerate a little. Pull both valves out. Then, with my air pressure built up to 120, 140 psi governor cutout, I will now do my trailer parking brake check. Release tractor parking brake, push yellow valve in, leave red valve out, put in drive, gently tug forward with the trailer parking brake. Must press on accelerator a little. This concludes my parking brake check. Ensure truck is in neutral. Push both valves in. Place chokes not on level surface now. Air brake check. I'm going to build up my air pressure to 120, 140 psi governor cutout to perform my air brake check. Listen for spit. Turn truck off. Turn key to on position, but do not start. Wait 7 seconds for ABS to settle. While applying my foot brake, I should lose no more than 4 psi per minute. Will you time me, please? I will now fan my brakes till my low pressure warning lights and or buzzer should activate before air pressure drops below 55 psi. Point to the air gauge lights and our buzzer and say my lights and buzzer has been activated. I will now fan my brakes down to approximately 40 psi where both of my valves should pop out. This concludes my air brake check. Service brake check. I will now do my service brake check. Do you want me to explain it? I will pull forward at 5 miles per hour, apply the service brakes, and stop. I'm checking to see that my vehicle does not pull to either side, and it stops when my brake is applied. That concludes my in-cab inspection. Light checks. Will you help me check my lights? The lights on the front, sides, and the rear of my vehicle. My headlights, my high and low beam, left and right turn signals, my four-way flashers, my running lights, my clearance lights, my marker lights, my brake lights, and reverse light. Now I'm checking my headlights, my high and low beam, my left turn signal, my right turn signal, my four-way flashers, my running lights, point up, my clearance lights, point up to them. Point outside your door to the fender. Left and right turn signals, four-way flashes. Will you check my left and right turn signals and four-way flashers? I see no puddles or drips. Turn off the lights, get out the truck, show examiner the key, then put it in your pocket. and latch head. I see no puddles or drips to indicate that my engine or transmission is leaking. My headlights, high and low beam, are clean and functional. They are not damaged or missing. The correct color is clear. My left and right turn signals, four-way flashers, running lights are clean and functional. They are not damaged or missing. The correct color is amber. My clearance lights are clean and functional. They are not damaged or missing. They are red in the rear and amber elsewhere. All my hoses, passenger side, all my hoses are in good conditions. I see and I hear no leaks. My water pump and alternator are securely fastened and are belt driven. My alternator and water pump has no cracks, frays, loose fibers. It has no more than 1/2 to 3/4 inch of play at the center of the belt when pulled upon. My coolant reservoir indicates that I have adequate coolant level and is secure and is not leaking. With my engine off, my engine oil dipstick shows that my oil is above the refill mark. Touch the dipstick. My power steering reservoir shows adequate fluid level. Touch the fluid level indication on the reservoir. My air compressor is gear driven, operating properly, mounted securely, not damaged, and I hear no leaks. Let's touch the air compressor. All my hoses are in good condition. I see and hear no leaks. My power steering pump is gear driven, is secure, not damaged or leaking. My steering gearbox is mounted securely, is securely mounted. Touch the gearbox. And not leaking. Rub the bottom of the gearbox. There are no missing nuts or bolts. Rub under the gearbox. My power steering hoses are in good conditions. I see no leaks. My steering linkage from the gearbox to the wheel, touch, is not worn or cracked. The joints and sockets are not worn or loose. Grab, drag, and link and try to shake. And that there are no missing bolt nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. Point to the capsule nuts. My leaf spring hangers, front and rear, are not cracked or broken, and there are no missing or damaged bushings or bolts. Touch the front of the hanger and point to the rear of the hanger. My leaf springs are not missing, shifted, cracked, or broken. My U-bolts are not cracked, broken, or missing any bolts. My shark absorber is not secure, not damaged. I see no leaks. Brakes. My brake chamber is mounted securely. Grab and shake brake chamber. Has no leaks or missing clamps. Outside of the brake chamber. Is not dented or cracked. Tap the front of the brake chamber. And I hear no leaks. My brake lines, hose, and couplings are secure, not chafed, worn, or cracked. I hear no leaks. My slack adjuster is not broken, loose, missing any parts, and will pulled by my hand. My brake push rod, touch, should move no more than 1 inch with the brakes released. Must say with the brakes release. My brake drum is not cracked, dented, or have any holes. There are no loose or missing bolts. My linings are not worn dangerously thin. Both my drum and linings are free from grease, oil, or debris. My steer tire is not cut or damaged on the tread or sidewalls. Rub the sidewalls in the tread. My tread depth should be no less than 4/32 of an inch and evenly worn. If I had a tire gauge, I would check for proper PSI. My valve stems and caps are not broken, missing, or damaged. My rim is not damaged or bent. Touch the rim. I see no illegal whales. My rim shows no rust trails to indicate wheel looseness. It is firmly attached to the wheel. Touch the rim and don't forget to say it's firmly attached to the wheel. Lug nuts. All my lug nuts are present. Touch the lug nuts. They are not cracked, distorted. I see no shiny threads or rust trails to indicate looseness. All my bolts and bolt holes are not cracked or distorted. My hub oil seal is not leaking fluid. Rub under the seal. The sight glass shows adequate oil level. Point to the sight glass. My left and right turn signals, four-way flashers, and reflectors are not damaged or missing and are clean and functional and is amber in color. My mirrors are secure and not damaged. They are loose fitting and brackets. My doors are not damaged. The hinges are secure and not damaged. My seals are intact. Point around the seal. It opens and closes properly from the outside. My steps are securely bolted to the frame, solid and clear of objects. My fuel tank scraps and lines are secure and not damaged or leaking. Cap is tight. Touch tank, scraps and line, then the cap. My catwalk, if I had one, is securely bolted to the frame, solid and clear of objects. My longitudinal frame members and cross members are not damaged, cracked, or have any holes or broken wales. My drive shaft is not bent or cracked. The couplings are secure and free of foreign objects and debris. My airline couplings and electrical plug to my tractor are secure, not damaged, and I hear no leaks. Touch the airline couplings and electrical plug. My air and electrical lines, touch from the tractor to the trailer, are not cut, chafed, spliced, or worn. They are not tangled, pinched, or dragging against the tractor parts. I hear no leaks. My glad hands and electrical plugs, touch both electrical plugs, are firmly seated and locked in place. They are not cracked or broken. I hear no leaks. My exhaust system is mounted securely, connected tightly, and has no sign of carbon, soot, or rust trails to indicate leaks. Point. My DOT reflective tape is not damaged or missing and is in good condition. Go to the fifth wheel area. My fifth wheel release arm is engaged in the engaged position and the safety latch is in place. My kingpin is not bent or damaged. The locking jaws are locked around the kingpin shank. Go behind the tractor and point to the kingpin. My fifth wheel apron touch is not bent, cracked, or broken. The trailer is lying flat on the fifth wheel skid plate. I see no light or gaps. My platform is not cracked or broken. My platform is securely bolted to the frame. There are no loose or missing nuts or bolts. My fifth wheel and slide mount are solidly attached to the frame. There are no loose or missing pins, nuts, or bolts. Point to where it would be. My fifth wheel is positioned properly so that the tractor would not hit the trailer landing gear during the turns. Point to the mud flap area. It is air powered and I hear no leaks. My splash guards and mud flaps are properly mounted and secure and not damaged. My drive tires are not cut or damaged on the tread or sidewalls. Rub tread and sidewalls. My tread depth should be no less than 2/32 of an inch and evenly worn. Rub the tread. If I had a tire gauge, I would check for proper PSI. Touch the valve stems. My valve stems and caps are not missing, broken, or damaged. My bud rims are not damaged or bent. I see no illegal whales. Touch the bud rim. My rims show no rust trails to indicate wheel looseness. They are firmly attached to the wheel. My bud rims are evenly spaced with no debris or foreign objects between them. Place your hand between the wheels and show it free of foreign objects. Lug nuts. All my lug nuts are present. They are not cracked or distorted. Touch lug nuts. I see no shiny threads, rust trails to indicate looseness. All my bolts and bolt holes are not cracked or distorted. Axle oil seal. My axle oil seal is not leaking. Rub under axle oil seal. Let's crawl under tractor to perform this part of the inspection. My leaf spring hanger front and airbag upper and lower mount rear point are not cracked or broken. They are no missing or damaged bushings or bolts. Touch what they are. My leaf springs are not missing, shifted, cracked, or broken. My U-bolts are not cracked, broken, or missing any bolts. My torsion bar is properly mounted and secured and not damaged. My shock absorbers are secure and not damaged. I see no leaks. My airbags are not cut, damaged, or cracked. I hear no leaks. Brake area. My brake chamber is mounted securely. Try shaking. Has no loose or missing clamps. Rub the clamps. Is not dented or cracked. Tap the front. I hear no leaks. My brake lines, hose, couplings are secure, not chafed, worn, or crack. I hear no leaks. My slack adjuster is not broken, loose, missing any parts, and when the slack adjuster is pulled by hand, my brake push rod should move no more than 1 inch with the brakes release. Must save with the brakes release. My brake drum touch is not cracked, dented, or have any holes. There are no loose or missing bolts, and my brake linings are not worn or dangerously thin. Both my brake drums linings are free from grease, oil, or debris. Get from under the truck and go behind tractor. Coming. I coming. I try.
As you drive this one, you look all crap.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to record this thing. My left and right turn signals, four-way flashers, running light, brake light are clean and functional and not missing or damaged, and the correct color is red. My backup lights are clean and functional, not missing or damaged, and the correct color is clear. My DOT reflective tape is not damaged or missing and is in good condition. My landing gear is fully raised in the upright position. The support frame and pads are not damaged or bent. There are no damage or missing parts. My landing gear handle is secure. Point the handle. The headboard of my trailer is not damaged, has no cracks, holes, or bulges, and it will support my load. My trailer side is not damaged, bulging, or having any holes. My clearance light is not broken, missing, and is clean and functional, and the correct color is amber. My DOT reflective tape is not missing or damaged and is in good condition. My longitudinal frame and cross members and floor are not damaged, cracked, or have any holes, broken welds, and it will support my load. My left, right turn signals and four-way flashers, running lights, and reflector is clean and functional, not missing or damaged, and the correct color is amber. My tandem release button and locking pins are secured and locked in place. It is air powered. Touch the air lines. I hear no leaks. My trailer tires are not cut or damaged on the tread or sidewalls. My tread depth should be no less than 2/32 of an inch and evenly worn. If I had a tire gauge, I would check for proper PSI. My valve stems and caps are not broken or missing or damaged. My bud rims are not damaged or bent. I see no illegal welds. My rims show no rust trails to indicate wheel looseness, and they are firmly attached to the wheel. They are evenly spaced, wave hand between the tires, with no foreign objects or debris between them. All my lug nuts are present. They are not cracked, distorted. I see no shiny threads or rust trails to indicate looseness. All my bolts and bolt holes are not cracked or distorted. Axle oil seal. My axle oil seal is not leaking. Rubbing the axle oil seal. Under trailer C. This trailer has no leaf springs, U-bolts, or torsion balls. My suspension mounts front, touch, and airbag upper and lower mounts rear, point, are not cracked or broken. My airbags are not cut, damaged, or cracked, and I hear no leaks. My shock absorbers are secure and not damaged. I see no leaks. My brake chamber is mounted securely, grab and shake, has no loose or missing clamps, rub side of brake chamber, is not dented, cracked, and I hear no leaks. My brake lines, hose, and couplings, touch brake lines, and are secure and not chafed or cracked or worn. I hear no leaks. My slack adjusters are not broken, loose, or missing any parts, and when the slack adjuster is pulled by hand, the brake push rod, touch push rod, should not move more than 1 inch with the brakes release. Must say with brake release. Behind my dust covers, I would check my brake drum. I would check my brake drum is not cracked, dented, or have any holes. There are no loose or missing bolts. Touch the bolts. My brake linings, touch the lining through the inspection, are not worn, dangerously thin. Both my drum and linings are free from grease, oil, and debris. Side of trailer. My mud flaps are properly mounted and secure and not damaged. My ABS light is clean and functional and not damaged or missing, and the correct color is amber. My marker light is clean and functional, not damaged or missing, and the correct color is red. My DOT reflective tape is not damaged or missing and is in good condition. My left and right turn signals, four-way flashers, running lights, and brake lights are all clean, functional, not damaged, and the correct color is red. My clearance lights are clean and functional, not damaged or missing, and the correct color is red. My trailer doors, seal, latch, and hinges are not damaged. They open, close, and latch properly from the outside. This concludes my pre-trip inspection.